Gandang gabi po sa lahat. This is Coach Linin Ho, empowering Pinoys, especially the 40s and above, to rebuild their health by gaining muscle. So pag-uusapan natin tonight will be all about hormones, the side effects and benefits. So we have all sorts of hormones. And sometimes if we don't know the effects and of course the benefits, we cannot maximize it. So all about hormones, whether you are into low carb, whether you are 40s and above, babae ka man o lalaki, we have to know the basics of hormones. Let me know from the comment section below if you have concerns and questions about hormones, or maybe you have insights about hormones. We'll love to share information dito sa live natin. And of course, let me know from the comment section below ano po yung last meal natin so that I can acknowledge each one of you. So first and foremost, I like to mention na when we talk about hormones, marami pong dynamics na nangyayari sa katawan natin. And sometimes if we don't know the triggers ng certain hormone, hindi po natin alam bakit po tayo sad or maybe sluggish or maybe full or maybe gutom. So, lahat po yun are triggered by some hormones. That's why panalo ka kapag may alam. Okay. But on the other end, people perish for lack of knowledge. That's why you have to be aware of these certain types of hormones. But first and foremost, I like to encourage you if you're not following this page yet. This is my page, Coach Linin Hu, helping 40s and above. So if you're not following this, I like to encourage you. Yes, Pinoy po ako, purong Pinoy. Coach Linin Hu. Yan lang po yung screen name natin. Pero yung full name natin, of course, is Nino Tumbagano, di ba? Pinoy na Pinoy. And of course, if you are ready to build muscles on low carb, you know what? Yung low carb is not just about fat loss. It's not just about losing weight. It's not just about getting healthy. You can also build your muscles. Kasi yung end goal is not just to lose fat. Kasi if you're skinny, if you have looser fat, but wala ka namang support sa katawan mo, you don't have enough muscles, talo po kayo. That's why it's always wise to build muscles, regardless of your body composition right now, whether you are overweight or underweight. It's always wise to go for building muscles and low carb. Greet natin lahat ng mga nandito sa live natin. Of course, Ma'am Maripas Huta is always nagwo-workout, I'm sure. On her way to build muscles in low carb din. No? Ma'am Richie is one of my amazing students. Ma'am, kamusta yung workout natin? Kamusta yung bulking season natin? Of course, Ma'am Jennifer sa Kapanyo, good evening sa iyo, Ma'am. Kamusta po tayo? Ma'am June Lirazan, gandang gabi po sa inyo, Ma'am. Shout out kay Ma'am Jennifer. Watching from Kalibo, Aklan. Gandang place yan. Okay, so let's talk about the first hormone here. Hormones, side effects, and of course, yung mga benefits niya. So, unang dito sa lista natin, of course, is yung adrenaline. Okay? Or yung tinatawag na epinephrine. So, when you say adrenaline, ito po yung hormone responsible for your heart rate, responsible for your blood pressure, responsible for your blood sugar levels as well. Ito yung hormone responsible for sensing danger. That is why if you see someone, kunwari tumatakbo ka sa, you're on your way to cross the road, tapos merong taong gustong humabol sa inyo. Okay. Fight or flight response. Yung adrenaline, even you without thinking about it, will send a signal if tatakbo ka or you will fight yourself at saka defend yourself. Yun po yung purpose ng adrenaline. Fight or flight response. At the same thing din po with your workout. So, we need extra energy at saka an extra push when you work out. Especially yung mga last reps na. Yung hindi mo na talaga kaya magbuhat. So, yung adrenaline will give you that extra push to carry those extra reps. Okay? Adrenaline po yan. Also, the other thing about adrenaline, may mga danger, yung mga upcoming danger na minsan, split of a second lang, okay, will give you that kind of sense then, extra push to do the right thing at the right time. Galing, no? adrenaline. So take note of the first hormone here, adrenaline. Okay, number two, we have here dopamine. Okay, very popular po to. So this is the hormone responsible for pleasure and reward. Pleasure and reward. So this one, if you manage it well, this can regulate your mood, your motivation, and even some of your movements. Yung feeling na when you scroll sa social media, tapos or maybe you post something sa social media tapos gather siya ng likes at saka reactions, yung feeling na po yun is dopamine. Yung tobacco, yung cigarettes, you have that extra feeling of boost of happiness, okay? Lightness feeling. Dopamine po yan. Also the same thing with gambling. So every time you win or maybe there's uh, up, anticipation of reward, dopamine po yan. All sorts of motivation at saka pleasure and reward, dopamine po yan. That is why if you manage this well, this will be for your advantage. Alam niyo ba, when you wake up, the first hour upon waking up, meron ka pong dopamine spike. Okay. That is why I would recommend if you're a heavy coffee drinker, don't drink yung coffee mo in the first hour muna. You have to wait after an hour before you take your first cup of coffee. Kasi you have to manipulate yung dopamine spike mo. Kasi nagsispike siya in the first hour, tama? And then, what you can do is to maximize it. You can have your meditation or maybe your reading, maybe your walking. We want to make sure na maximize po siya. And we don't depend on external cues or yung extra push from caffeine. Okay. Dopamine is also responsible for regulating your mood. Pero this is the ano lang, the loophole. Okay, yung other side ng dopamine. May limit na po tayo for dopamine. And sometimes if over spike siya at saka prolong yung pag push ng dopamine, sometimes yung motivation natin was very low. I'll give you an example. When you scroll sa social media for long time, long hours, there's dopamine spike, tama? Kasi you watch videos, tapos may mga funny videos. Kapag overstimulated yung dopamine mo, it will lead to crash down. Magka-crash yung dopamine mo. And sometimes you wonder kahit anong gawin mo, anong motivation na gagawin mo, you feel low at saka unmotivated. Worse, you feel depressed about it. That's why meron na po siyang limit. Okay. May certain amount na po na dopamine that is tolerable sa katawan natin. Okay. So you have to know yung limit nyo lang. So don't use it all the time. Okay. Manage your pleasure at saka reward system. So I would recommend, if may concern ka about your dopamine spike, delay the gratification. Okay. Always go for habit at saka discipline on when to use at saka when not to use. So what do you mean by delayed gratification? Kunwari, when you have concerns with overspending, okay? Every time you go sa Lazada or Shopee, napaparami ka ng checkout ng mga sales at saka yung mga pakulo dan sa Shopee o sa Lazada, okay? Other online shopping tools, okay? So ang gagawin mo, you don't buy right away. You wait for at least 48 hours before you decide to purchase. Delayed gratification po yun. Kasi minsan, na-excite ka lang, dopamine spike lang siya. And sometimes what you have purchased, hindi pala kinakailangan. That's why you delay it for 48 hours. Okay. After 48 hours, na kita mo talaga na hindi siya need, so no need to purchase. After 48 hours, on the other hand, nakita mo na need talaga siya, so that's where you can purchase. So that's the other way on how to put it. Dopamine level. Other way on how to put this. With your workouts. Okay, meron tayong pleasure at saka reward. So, when you work out, after you work out especially, there is sense of accomplishment. dopamine din po yon kasi may pleasure and reward. Yung reward po doon is you accomplish a workout. That's why you feel light and also feel good. Now, with this one, beneficial po siya for us kasi hahabulin mo yung ganong feeling, the feeling of accomplishment after a workout. So you have to go for those type of reward na will benefit your body positively. Kasi there's also other way on how to have dopamine. Drinking, gambling, smoking. So may dopamine spike din po yun. So, of course, we all know now when you consume all of this, it's not good for your body. You feel light for a moment lang po yun. But there is side effect. Tama po ba? So, go for activities and habits that will benefit your body. Okay? For you, especially if you want the pleasure at saka reward na feeling. Number 2 po yun, dopamine. Okay? That's number 2. Let's go for number 3, endorphins. So, the other way to put this one is called the natural painkillers. Alam nyo ba, yung katawan natin, may natural po siya na painkiller. You don't need to go for, always depend on mefenamic or mga painkillers dyan na, of course, we acquire external na medicine. Yung katawan natin, may natural painkillers po sila. Ano po yun? Ito pong tinatawag na endorphin, o yung feeling of euphoria, the happy hormone, the feeling of happiness. Also, when you have this in certain amount, it can relieve some kind of pain. So what are the activities that can increase yung endorphin mo? Of course, one of which is walking, one of which is workout. That is why when you go for workout at saka walking, may mga pain po tayo nararamdaman, sakit sa tuhod, sakit dito. After a quick walk or maybe after a good workout, nawawala po siya. Because it's a natural painkiller. Natural painkiller. So you have to know ano yung mga activities again that will spike endorphins. Again, the two most compelling, scientifically researched na mga activities that can spike endorphins, walking plus workout. It can relieve some form of pain. Okay. Alam niyo ba, isa sa mga na-realize ko, especially during pandemic, one of the reasons why many people are emotionally down and depressed because of lack of movement, lack of sense of movement. So endorphin can help you deal with depression, mentally challenged ka man or emotionally challenged. The best way to go for it is go for walking at saka workout. Natural at saka free siya. Tama? So amazing, no? Yung katawan natin, this can give you extra boost, especially in season that you need it the most. Tama? Endorphins, pangatlo. Pang-apat, one of my favorites, no? Testosterone. Testosterone, of course, it can help regulate yung muscle growth natin. So, dominantly, nakikita po natin to sa lalaki. Okay, so this is responsible for bone density, for muscle mass, at saka sperm production. Of course, it can also regulate yung mood mo, yung sex, of course, and yung energy levels mo. Now, for testosterone, we need to regulate it in a way that will boost your performance not just in the bedroom but also in the gym. So testosterone kasi I remember during high school, testosterone bastos agad parang ganon. So we have to remove the stigma. This is not just about your performance in the bedroom. This is about your overall productivity, focus, okay? Women have certain level din of testosterone. It can help with menstrual cycle, bone density, at saka yung breast development ninyo. And of course, it can regulate din yung sexual desire. But of course, yung lalaki, mataas po yung testosterone level. Yung sa babae, hindi ganun kataas. That's why impossible po sa babae, again, to have a frame na bodybuilder naturally. Because, again, of this hormone called testosterone. So, kapag may concern ka po sa testosterone, you have to, of course, check and ask for experts' advice on this. But if you feel na yung mood mo very low, yung motivation mo very low, yung focus mo medyo distracted ka, at saka yung performance mo sa gym. After ng gym, very low na yung energy mo. You have to check your testosterone level. So meron pong nire-recommend, and some scientists would recommend this one, ashwagandha. Of course, this one you have to check your doctor if your doctor will recommend this to you. But I've taken ashwagandha. It can help me. Hindi po siya magic. Wala po siyang tinatawag na spike na sobrang focus ka agad. No, no, no. Hindi po siya magic. But it can help me regulate my focus at saka my performance in the gym. So that's other way to put it. Okay? That's number 4, testosterone. Yung sa babae naman, of course, is estrogen. So this one can help you with your pregnancy. It can help you all about women, no? Yung menstrual cycle, also yung development ng katawan ninyo. And that is the reason why yung body fat percentage ng babae mataas kaysa sa lalaki because of the formation of estrogen. So yung sa babae, mataas naman po yung estrogen ninyo. And very important po to, especially for pregnancy. Yung katawan ng babae kasi designed for pregnancy, for childbearing. So wise, no? Ng creator natin. Because our creator wants us to have a suitable home, okay, sa katawan natin, necessary for child development sa mga babae natin. So kudos at saka appreciate natin lahat ng mga babae na nanonood kasi hindi po yan madali. So yung babae, yung body fat percentage mas mataas kaysa sa lalaki, and that's totally okay. And you need that for, again, for pregnancy para smooth lang po. Yung sa babae, the reason why yung shapes and curves ninyo, especially sa glutes, hamstring, nakaganon, di ba? Kailangan po yan for childbearing. Kasi kapag malaki siya, smooth din po siya. And that also explains na yung muscle mass nyo hindi ganun kataas kaysa sa lalaki. Again, testosterone naman po yun. So, always wise to know this hormone so that you won't be frustrated na bakit grabe na yung workout mo, mataas pa rin yung body fat percentage mo. That's totally okay. You have to know yung levels na pasok po sa health natin. Ha? So, sa mga babae, it's not safe to go lower than 12% yung body fat percentage. Paano ma-measure yung body fat? May mga measurements po yan na tinitik online. Meron din mga tools na you have to check. Nagpa-check ako last time sa mga stores dito. Parang tool siya na matik siya na mini-measure yung body fat percentage ko. Also, meron ding manual on how to measure body fat. But again, it's not safe for women. Okay, I would personally believe that less than 12%, not okay. Okay, kasi we have to take note yung specific na mga hormones that you have to maintain. Okay, so that's number 5, estrogen. And number 6, I think one of my favorites, oxytocin. Okay, oxytocin. Everybody say oxytocin. Ayun, dinig ko yun. So, oxytocin is the love hormone. Everybody say love hormone. So, love hormone. So, responsible po to for feelings of trust, feelings of bonding. So, when you hug someone, okay, yinakap mo yung asawa mo, yung anak mo, okay, di ba mayroong warmth at saka bond na hindi mo din ma-explain? Oxytocin po yun. And if you want to develop some form of trust at saka bond with your partner, it's okay to be physically, to fulfill their physical needs. So may mga clinging tao talaga. And I think it's safe for every relationship. If hindi po kayo clingy, I think I'd like to encourage you, if you want to grow your relationship, to be clingy to your spouse, of course. Okay, hug, holding hands, kiss, no? Dalawa lang kayo sa bedroom, it would create some form of trust at saka some form of bond. So, oxytocin will help you with that. Okay? Oxytocin. Okay, interesting, no? Yeah. Of course, number 7, we have here cortisol. Of course, we know this. This is the stress hormone. This one regulates your stress, your blood sugar levels, at of course, your metabolism. Now, very important to know na yung when you work out, there's healthy levels of cortisol then, and we need that para po makapagbuhat kayo at of course you can sustain yung heavy lifting. Now, meron na po siya specific period. After which, kapag nag-prolong po siya, hindi po siya healthy. And this prolong na pag-spike ng cortisol, hindi naman po mag-mess up siya sa cravings mo especially. Kasi kapag tataas yung cortisol level for a very long time, tataas din yung ghrelin which is the hunger hormone. Ano mangyayari kapag tataas yung ghrelin hormone? Stress eating. Tama? Stress eating. Kanina before I had this live, no, meron akong na I had a video call with a student who wants to enroll in the program. Sabi niya dun sa akin, sa call namin, hindi niya mag-gets yung self niya. Kasi hindi niya mapigilan yung self niya kumain. So I asked her ano yung nature ng work niya. At saka ano yung usual setup niya sa work. So sinabi niya doon na stress siya, especially sa work niya. Doon natin nakita na nag-spike yung cortisol level niya na prolong. So that is why don't blame yourself na minsan hindi mo makontrol yung self mo from eating. Although I'm not saying it's an excuse, but you have to know the root cause. Bakit hindi mo mapigilan yung self mo? Maybe you're stressed. Okay. So how can you deal with the root? Of course, you have to know your triggers. Ano yung sanhi na bakit po kayo nasi-stress? Maybe you're afraid of the future, yung mga due date, nilang due date, di ba? Yung mga due dates mo sa Meralco or maybe sa credit card mo or maybe sa mga anak mo. So you have to know your triggers. And once you know that, at least you can set boundaries or maybe you can cope with it in a smarter way next time na mag-trigger siya. Okay, cortisol level. I will always suggest, not always, but all the time, that if you have concerns with stress, the best way to approach stress is through walking. Okay? Kasi when you go for a walk outside under the sun, early in the morning, yung mind mo is being set free from the worries na you are stuck dun sa you're swimming dun sa worries at saka sa mga concerns mo. But when you go for a walk, parang yung focus mo have been set aside from the stress now to your walking. So nakaka-refresh po siya na you're at peace na tulog pa yung lahat. You go for a walk. Tapos, number 3, hindi po ka nagmamadali. That's why I love walking. Kasi in this pacing that we have right now, we are always busy, nagmamadali po tayo. Walking sets you in a peaceful, steady na pacing. Okay. Not running po, walking. So nakakalma po yung blood pressure ninyo, nakakalma po yung heart rate ninyo, and that's why I'd like to recommend this to you. Go for a quick walk, at least 10 minutes outside, under the sun. Okay, early morning para hindi po mainit, hindi masakit sa katawan natin. Okay, that's number 7, cortisol. So let me have quick review. Cortisol, oxytocin, estrogen, testosterone, dopamine, of course, we have adrenaline. So last words for you, you have to know the triggers and you have to know yung best hormone that can benefit your best health. So dopamine is good, but if over spike at saka you always look after yung feeling of dopamine, okay, it's not good for you. So you have to delay the gratification. Cortisol level, the stress hormone, there's a better way to use this, and you want to regulate it in healthy levels then. And testosterone, good for us men to grow muscle mass, but for women, don't be afraid na mag-workout kasi yung testosterone levels mo mababa kasi sa lalaki. So you want to grow your frame like na bodybuilder naturally. So I hope this topic about hormones help you. And if you have questions about hormone, I'll be happy to answer it and benefits. And if you want to share something in the comment section, let me know. Hello po sa mga live viewers natin. Sabi dito na Ma'am Julie Salazar, good evening to you, Ma'am. Kamusta po tayo, Ma'am? Blessed evening to you. Marisa How, gandang gabi po sa inyo. Gandang gabi to you as well, Ma'am Connie Nabos, watching from Davao. Looking forward to visit your place sa Davao kasi may mga friends tayo dyan na gusto natin bisitahin. Azucena Gutierrez, gandang gabi po sa inyo, Ma'am. Juanita, one of my amazing students na on her way to lose fat at saka get healthy and strong. Watching from Surigao del Sur. Ganda kabit si Ma'am Juanita. Kaka-workout na namin kahapon. Ma'am Teresa Di Pamalo, kamusta po tayo, ma'am? One of my amazing avid followers dito sa live natin. Always sending me greetings. Hello to you, Ma'am Sansan Kamanyan. Watching from Doha, Qatar. Ganda gabi sa inyo, ma'am. Kamusta po yung weather natin dyan? Also to you, Ma'am Sheila Gatoslao. Watching from Kuwait naman. Ayun, yes. Kamusta tayo, ma'am? Kamusta yung weather natin dyan? Ma'am Gemma Nacionales here, Ilongga. Ganda gabi. Mga gabi sa imo, ma'am. We have Belen Purigay. Ganda gabi sa inyo, ma'am. Ma'am Ami Salazar. Kano-ano niyo po, ma'am, si may Salazar din kanina dito eh, no? Si Julie Salazar. Mag-ano po kayo, Ma'am Ami? At saka si Julie. Okay. Watching from Surigao del Sur. Ayun. Medj Nicolas, gandang gabi po sa inyo, ma'am. Oh, you know, walking under the sun, yung profile picture ni Ma'am Medj. Oh. Yes. Stereos. Ma'am Stereos, gandang gabi sa inyo, ma'am. Kamusta po tayo, ma'am? Karansa. Jenny, gandang gabi sa inyo, ma'am. Alright. Watching from Hong Kong. Tanong ko lang po, Coach, pwede ba ako mag-weight lift kahit may issue po ako sa lower back ko? Now, you have to, yung priority natin is always safety. Safety is the most important aspect of workout. Number two, you have to assess yourself if yung pain, what kind of pain is this? At saka ano po yung nag-cause ng pain sa lower back nyo. So you have to deal muna with the cause, ma'am, and not just the symptom. Yung symptom, ma'am, masakit yung lower back nyo, tama. But yung cause, maybe serious yung cause. Maybe hindi naman ganun ka-serious yung cause. So you have to know all these things. Now, the wisest thing, ma'am, kasi I don't know yung specific nyo na condition. If you go for expert's advice at saka meron kayong certification na okay kayo for lifting, that's the safest way on how to deal with it. Now, ma'am, I would suggest for safety purposes lang, go muna for stretching at saka walking. Okay? Up until mawala yung lower back pain mo. Okay? Up until mawala yung lower back pain mo. Kasi we don't have data yet na ano pong best na approach para sa inyo. I hope that helps, Ma'am Rich. Delia Kalapre. Good morning sa inyo. What time na po dyan sa inyo, ma'am? No? Gandang gabi, watching from West Rembo, Makati City. Wow. Kapit-bahay lang po tayo siguro, ma'am Merks. Okay, Castle. Good evening, watching from Palar, Makati City din, oh. Okay. By the way, dito po ako nag-stay muna sa Makati. Pero taga-probinsya po tayo. Sa Bacolod po tayo talaga. Born and raised sa Bacolod. But for change lang ng environment, dito muna tayo for Makati. Love hormones. Yeah, love hormones, sabi ni Ma'am Jennifer at saka ni Ma'am Gemma. 11 days na po akong nag-workout ng Waddle Bottles, Coach Nin. I like it kasi there's no excuse for having a fit at saka a healthy body. Watching from Calamba City, Ma'am Ligaya Ebura. Fit Mom by 50s by Jovi. So ang galing ng advocacy niyo, ma'am. Keep it up. Ma'am Gina, gandang gabi sa inyo, ma'am. Good evening, Ma'am Rosalie De Vera. We have here Vivienne Milanes. Gandang gabi sa inyo, ma'am. Thank you for tagging your friends, Ma'am Jamaica. Ma'am Hilda Bunda. Gandang gabi sa inyo, ma'am, watching from Dubai. Kamusta yung workout natin? Check nyo yung profile ni Ma'am Hilda. Very fit yan. Always working out, even though may work yan. So God bless you, Ma'am Hilda. F. France Indal. Gandang gabi sa inyo, ma'am. Ma'am Evelyn Devina. Yan. Gandang gabi din sa inyo, Ma'am Ching Vicente, of course, always watching yan. Ma'am Nilda Lungkay. Gandang gabi sa inyo, ma'am. Wow. Cutie kids. Okay. Natalie Espina. Gandang gabi sa inyo, ma'am. We have here Virginia Daroy. Gandang gabi. Good evening, everyone daw, sabi ni Ma'am Virginia. Yeah, one of our amazing students din. Pia Buena. Gandang gabi sa inyo, ma'am. Larry Concepcion. Watching from Italy. Ano nga yung mga word na alam ko sa Italy? Bon appetit. Tama ba, Ma'am Larry? Okay. Help me. Teach me, ma'am. Nerissa Jimenez watching from Tagum, Davao. Okay, may mga students ay from Davao dito. Ma'am Bonita, hello po, ma'am. Ate Lynn Tata. Ayun. Watching from Martin. Yeah, first time nag-watch. Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. Yes, sa Martin daw si Ma'am Delia. Anong place yung Martin? Okay, let me check yung Martin. Okay. Place. Ayun, tama po ba ma'am? Sa ano po to? Sa, sa Sydney or sa Taguig? May Sydney at saka Taguig dito eh. Okay. Hello Ma'am Delia. I hope na tulungan po kayo ng live natin. We have Ma'am Ching Vicente. Salamat sa pag-discuss mo ng iba't ibang kinds of hormones. Yes, happy to serve po ma'am. Sobrang init po dito. Yes, sa place ni Ma'am Sansan. Gandang gabi sa inyo, Ma'am Rowena. Ayun, nagwo-workout yung profile pic ni Ma'am Rowena. Oh. Okay. Ma'am Rems. Gandang gabi sa inyo, ma'am. Sabi dito ni Ma'am Juanita, mula noong nag-WTG worth again ako, nag-iba na talaga appetite ko. Unti-unti nawawala yung cravings at stress eating. Thanks ko sa pagtiyaga. Yes! Actually, ma'am, I'm so proud of you. Kasi impossible po, ma'am, na kaming coach, mabigyan kayo ng yung walang kwenta po yung program if hindi mo nyo po binibigyan ng effort at saka dedication. So, credits to you, Ma'am Juanita. Hello to you, Ma'am Rich Apas. If you go for one-on-one coaching, ma'am, message po ako sa Facebook page ko so that I can book an assessment for you that best suits your needs. Kasi may mga program tayo, ma'am, depende po sa goal at saka needs nyo. Watching from Isabella, yes. We have also here, ma'am, uh, uh, lovely Rivera Nivales. Ganda gabi sa inyo, ma'am. Watching from Santa Cruz, Manila, ma'am Edney Malina. Okay. Kamusta pong weather natin dyan sa Santa Cruz, Manila? Watching from Santo Tomas, Batangas, si Ma'am Lynn Fuentes. Saan ka sa Makati, Coach? Gusto ka tabi sa tahan dyan pag-uwi ko na. Wow! Looking forward, Ma'am Delia. Malapit po tayo, ma'am, sa Chino Roses. Along Chino Roses Road po tayo. Yeah, looking forward, ma'am. Noridek Ribaya. Gandang gabi sa inyo, ma'am. Call me Tita. Tita Larry. Ayun, watching you at new enrollee sa Yes, Tita Larry. I hope, ma'am, your all is well sa WTG program niyo, ma'am. Sino po yung coach natin, Tita Larry, sa Worth the Grind? Ma'am Carolina. Gandang gabi sa inyo, ma'am. Kamusta po tayo? Ma'am Carolina is one of my amazing students. Senior, 60 plus years old, but she did not allow na yung age niya will be an hindrance for her health at saka sa fitness goals niya. Kasi she wants to travel at saka enjoy, okay, yung family niya, especially yung apo niya. Okay, so really, really good. We have here Ma'am Lilian Ugsod watching from CDO. Yes. Watching from General City si Ma'am Lorna Razonable. Hello to you as well, Ma'am uh, Mary Joy Daganta. Okay. Happy to help. Happy to help sa mga nagpapa-thank you. I hope wala po akong na-miss dito. Martin, Georgia. USA. Gabakasyon lang ko di coach. Wow! Really good, ma'am. 67 years old. Taga din ka, ma'am. It seems kabalo ka mag-Ilonggo. Ilongga, giniguro si Ma'am Delia mo. Okay. Yeah, si Mrs. Barbara. Coach doing fine and good, coach. That's really good, Tita Larry. Kasi si Mrs. Coach B, one of our amazing students din. At saka coaches sa Worth the Grind Academy. You are in good hands, ma'am. And tsaka / Tita Larry. Mary Joy Daganta watching from Dubai. Yeah. Cagayan de Valle daw si Ma'am Jelibet Arellano. Of course, we have here Beng de los Santos. Gandang gabi sa inyo, ma'am. We also have here, ask ko lang po if need mag-add ng muscle weight. Ano po possible na exercise need? So if you want to gain muscle, it's always best to go for easy at saka safe na weights. Very important po yan, ma'am, ha? So when your kinds of workout, it's always best to go for compound lifts. What do you mean by compound lifts? Ito po yung workout that will hit multiple muscle groups at the same time. So kagaya ng squat, kagaya ng deadlift, kagaya ng lunges, bench press. Okay. So this will serve as your workouts na dapat mo i-master. Okay. So always go for compound lifts. Atelin tatad. Okay. I hope wala po tayo ditong may okay, ito question from Ma'am Richie. Ang serotonin po ba? Wow, that's a good question. Actually, yes. It's a kind of hormone responsible for learning, also responsible for your memory. So always go for this one. This will also regulate yung body temperature mo, especially during sleep. So serotonin is also a hormone. Good thing that you point this out, Ma'am Richie. One of my amazing students, nagigina yan ng muscles. Amazing. Okay. Gamit ni Ma'am Jamaica is water bottles. Yes. Yeah. Happy. Happy. Tita Larry, yes. Ma'am, happy to serve. Always happy to serve. Thank you, ma'am, for affirming our work dito sa Bartagan Academy. For all our people here, if you need this ebook to jumpstart your low carb at saka fitness program, get all of this at 499. You will have workout plan, video guides, nutrition plan, meal guides, calorie guide, eating out guide, recipes, and many more. Message nyo po ako sa page ko if you want to avail of this. If you don't want to go through yung trial and error, you want some form of personalized coaching. You may want to avail of this one, or maybe you want someone, or maybe your relative, loved one, who wants one-on-one coaching. Let them know. Kasi for the month of July, I'm accepting 20 adults slash seniors for this program. You may want to book an assessment call para po malaman natin yung best program for you. Again, this is my page, Coach Linin Hu. Sa Facebook, message po ako so that we can book an assessment call for you. Again, I'm so happy that you stayed dito sa live natin. I hope po natulungan kayo, tag your friends, and find value dito po sa live natin. Share this to your loved ones especially, because the purpose of health is not just for you to feel good and look good and to have great health, but also to influence other people, especially those who are around you. God bless you. Again, I will tell you, life is fun and simpler when you are strong. All the best po sa lahat. Happy lifting and enjoy the rest of the evening. Goodbye and God bless you.